Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use a very simple tool in Microsoft Excel, which is the slicer. The slicer is used to display the data visually, or to arrange the data visually, or to sort the data visually. Like here we have different types of data where we have first names, last names, IDs, section. There are three different sections here. Then you have the marks for the first assessment, which is lab work out of 15, midterm out of 30, 15 and 40, right, which adds up to 100. Now we need to sort this data. We can do the sorting column wise also, but using a slicer makes it more easier for us to understand how the data, or what the data is trying to display or explain. So the first thing that you need to have is your data. This is what we have here. Now you can go to the insert tab. The first thing that we need to do is to convert this data into a table. So we keep our cursor inside this data and click table here. Now you can see that it has selected complete data. You can see this. So here it shows us the starting and the ending. We can just click OK. Now you see here, this is our data converted into a table. Let us display everything. The second step that, okay, now we can, one more thing that we can do here is to sort our data even from here, right? But let us see how the slicer looks like. So we should be in the insert tab, and here you have the slices under filter. So I will click slicer. Now you can see here it shows all the columns that we have in our table, first name, last name. So let us select all of them. It is not necessary that you always select all, because not all of them are so important. For example, the first name, last name is not important, the ID most probably is not important, but section and then the assessments, total, these are important. We can have here grades also, we can have here percentage also, and then we can add that to our slicer. So let's say okay. Now you see here we have our all the slicer. So what we can do here is to first arrange them. Okay, this arrangement completely, depends on how you look at your data. It doesn't have to be anything like this. Now I have put section as the first one because that is the bigger value under which you can have more data or more details about that one section, or all the marks or all the students under one section. So that's why I put it here at the first option. And then ID, it's not important, but still it's there. First name, last name, you can click and find that maybe there are more than one person with the same name or one person with the same last name, and then you have these data here. So let us see how it will look like and how it affects our data. So I will just click section 1. You can see here it selected section 1 data only. Right now I click section 2. You can see here it selects 2, and similarly section 3. Now if you want to select multiple selections or multiple rows, here you can click this option which says multi select. So now I can click all of them. Now all of them are selected. If I want to remove one, I can click like that. Now let's say I select all the sections, and let's see, you can see we just have, okay, we have 2 people with the same name. So like that you can go through, and if you want to remove that selection, you can simply come and click this clear filter. Okay, now we can come to our this data. Now here we have the total. right? So we want to see how many of these students scored 0 or most probably they were absent. So let's click this. Now you can see here it shows us so many students are that did not attempt any of the assessment, right? Now we can even see which one did not attempted. This one you can see here we have maybe one or two extra students, but it does have something under total, it does have something under final and midterm also. And final exam, let's say you can see here these ones they scored 0 or they were absent during the final exam. So this way you can do the sorting. Now you can have multiple sorting. Let's say we have here all these sections selected. Now I come and let's say I select the highest value, or let's say okay. Now you can see here we have 5 different students that scored 96 in total, right? And now you can see here it doesn't show section 1. There is nobody from section 1, but let's say I just wanted to see section 2, so I can have this selection, and I wanted to see section 3 also, I can select that. So let us just have a look here. Okay, you can see here this one has section 1, 2 and 3, so I can do like this. Section 2 and 3 are there. Now only section 2, now section 1 and 2 and section 3 also. So this way you can use the slicer. Now if you want to, let's remove the filter. Now we have everything here. If you want to change the design of this one, you can come here to table design and select whichever looks good to you, and you can also change the look and feel of this slicers also. Like I click here, right? I click slicer here, and then I can select any of this. So this way you can have different colors for your slicer. So this is how you can use the slicer in Microsoft Excel.